Before you start this job, you want to take the vehicle to a local shop so you can have the AC refrigerant removed from the vehicle, so then you can proceed with the job safely. We're going to remove these push pins. Use a trim tool. Just get underneath. Pop these push pins out. Slide the center up first. That unlocks it, and then you can pull the rest of it out. Pop those out. And on both sides, you want to take these bolts out. Use a 10mm socket. Remove those. Underneath here, you're going to have some push pins holding this on. You want to use a trim tool and take those push pins out. All of those along there. Over on the side, you want to take those push pins out right there. Just use that trim tool. Get that one out there. And there should be one right in the corner here. You want to take that one out because that's going to separate the inner shield from the bumper cover. So do that on both sides. Now underneath, we're going to take all these screws out. You're going to use a T20 socket. Take those out. Ready? Then you just grab the panel and you just want to slide it towards the back of the vehicle. Now from the side, we're going to take off these 3 screws. Use the same T20 socket. Then you can peel away, pull back on the inner fender well. You want to disconnect the light that's on the side here. Just grab the connector. Push down on the tab and then slide the connector out. If there's fog lights, you're going to want to reach in there and disconnect the fog light as well. Do the same on the other side. And disconnect that connector. Now just grab the bumper cover right here and you just want to pull outward pretty hard. Just like that. It's clipped in right there. You want to do the same on the other side. And again, just pretty forcefully, just grab it and pull. Then just grab the whole bumper cover and slide it forward. You're going to remove this panel. Just use a trim tool or a screwdriver and just pry up on this clip right here. There's another one over here. And then this piece slides forward. Take that off. Use a 10mm socket. Take this screw out right here. Then this piece slides out. And just pull the piece forward and it slides right off. On top, there's 3 push pins. Take those out. Just use a trim tool. Pop those out. And from the front, there's 10mm bolts. Just use a 10mm socket. Take those bolts out. Now just grab this cover on the side. You just slide it up. Same on the other side. It kind of clips in, then it slides forward. Take this shield off right here. It's just going to slide up. Take these push pins out on the front. Just use a trim tool. Pop those out. And then this little shield comes off. Just twist it and slide it out. Do the same on that one. We're going to take off these nuts. Use a 13mm wrench. There's a nut up top, and then also for the line down below, you want to do that. Make sure you wear safety glasses when doing this. You should have had your refrigerant removed from the vehicle, but there is going to be a little bit of a vacuum on the system, or there could be. You just want to make sure that you don't have any pressure there. It's just a vacuum. Slide that off. And then down below, we're going to do the same. After you take the nut off, then you can grab the hose, just rock it back and forth, and slide it off. On both sides on the top, there's a clip. You want to push in on that clip as you grab the condenser. You might need a pry bar just to get under there. Push on that clip and then just pry that up. Just like that. As we slide it up, we can slide it out of that hose. And there is a connector. Right here, you want to disconnect that connector. Just slide it up. And slide out the condenser. Now we're going to transfer this guard over to the new one. Just grab it underneath and it slides up like that. And slide it out just like that. Bring it over to the new condenser. Now just slide the guard in and lock it down. It's good. And we'll take this cap off. We're going to transfer over the sensor. Using a 14mm wrench, loosen up the sensor. Just a little bit of AC oil on the O-ring. And slowly put the sensor in. And snug down the sensor, not too tight. Now take the new condenser. We can plug in the connector. Line that up. Lock that down. And then we'll slide this hose in position. You want to replace that seal right there. Pull that seal off, put a new seal on. And just get it lined up. and lock it down. Now I'll put the bolt in, get that started. And same with the lower hose. Take this seal off, get a new seal, and replace it. Slide it on. Slide it in position and get the bolt started. Now you want to tighten these down. And we're going to torque those to 14 foot-pounds. Do the same with the lower one. Now I'll take this cover, slide that in position, and lock it down. And put these pieces in, slide that in position. And there should be a screw that goes right there. Same on this side. Gonna line up right there, and there should be a push pin that goes right here that holds that in, and same with right here. Push that in, lock it down. Now put this panel on. We'll line that up. It's gonna clip in place. Take the push pins, line those up, push those down. Now slide this air duct in place down below. And put these 10mm bolts in. There's some more that go over here. Last one, and one more right here. And we'll tighten all those down. Take this panel. It's going to lock in place right there. Now take the bumper cover and line it up. On the sides, you want to push it into the clips. Do that on both sides. And lock it in. Now on the side, you want to get these screws lined up. Just make sure that the bumper lines up with the fender. Snug that down. Just do the same. Get those started. Tighten those down. Do the same on the other side. If you want to, before you put these screws in, you can connect this side marker light right here, if it's a little bit easier, but you can still access it from underneath. Lock that in place, then you can get those screws lined up. Tighten those down. Now slide this panel in place. Lines up right there. Put the push pins in, lock those down. There should be 4 of those right there. And get all the screws started. And snug those all down. And tighten those all down. And the 2 push pins on the side, you want to push those in. Now put the push pins in and lock them down. Take the 2 10mm bolts, get those started. And tighten these down. After you're done this repair, you can bring the car back to the garage that you had the AC removed and have them recharge the system.